Again and again, and many different hadiths of the Prophet has mentioned the many different punishments. Such as a punishment, the person will have a great big hammer in his hand, and he will hit with that hammer on the head of the person, and because of the force of that, the person's head will go 70 feet inside. And then this man will put his hand inside and bring him out, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will replace his head again back to the normal, and the person will do the same. And this process will be carried on until the day of judgment. If you are not able to teach your children and you yourself do not understand the demands from your Lord, this will happen. The first step you will fail. That's why Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam has put so much emphasis on this. And they have said that مَا تَعْبُدُونَ مِنْ بَعْدِي, what you are going to worship after me. They did not ask what you are going to do with my business which I am leaving behind me. What you will do with that building, what you will do with that house. No. They asked the fundamental thing. They asked the basic principle. That is, what you are going to worship after me. This is very, very important. So when you have the children, this is the great ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first thing, you teach them about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about your Lord, about the creator of the universe, about the reality, which is the base, and every single person was born on that reality, on that fitrah. That's why our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he have said, الرَّجُلُ عَلَى دِينِ خَلِيلِهِ. A man is upon the religion of his friend. A man is upon the religion of his friend. فَلْيَنْزُرْ أَحَدُكُمْ مَنْ يُخَالِلُ. So every one of you should check who your friends are. If your friends are the disbeliever, if your friends are the mushrik, if your friends are the Ahlul Bid'ah, the innovators, believe me, it will affect on your aqidah, as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. So today I am going to mention one of the important phase of our children. I call that phase the phase of the hypocrisy in our children. Subhanallah. We think our responsibility is finished when we bring our child to the masjid and live with the imam. That the imam will teach him the Quran and the Sunnah and few basic principles of Islam. Believe me, brothers, this is not the responsibility finished. Yes, it is one little step you have to take towards your responsibility. Little step, but it is not finished. Wallahi, once in our madrasa, I have seen a lady. And the lady, when you look at her, you do not want to look at her again out of the shame, because of her dressing, because of her style, and she is a Muslim lady. And she came to the masjid to drop her son off. And she is saying on the mobile phone to one of the friends, I am very religious because I bring to my children to the masjid. If this is the category of your religion, if you think because just you are bringing your child to the masjid and your dress is like the dress of the people who will go to the hellfire, disliked dress, disliked way of living, disliked style, and you think you are religious, subhanallah, you are in a great confusion. You are in a place you don't know where you are standing. And this, then people think we are religious. No, wallahi, you are not. You are not. And then there is a great problem in our families, that we have the good thoughts about our children more than the level of realistic. More than being realistic, we have a lot of thoughts and attachment with our children. He is the good, he is the angel. And many times our children, our sons and daughter, they are angels at their home. When they are at home, subhanallah, they are angels. And when they go outside, they are the shaitan. And this is the fact. You will find many people, when they come and complain about your children, you are not going to believe it. And you think that somebody else's child is like this because you have seen him doing this and that. You think his son is like this, his daughter is like this. But you think your son and your daughter is very good because you have seen them in the house, which is the hypocrisy. They are like the angels in the home. When they go outside the home, the other parents see your children and they say, his son is like this, his daughter is like this. This is the hypocrisy face of our children. And in one of the newspaper, there was a news 1 year before, and they have made a woman's face half, straight half like this, half with Islamic dress, and another half with completely naked. And they said, this is the modern Muslim world. And they have printed few interviews from the people, from the children and from the women. The women, when she go to the home, she is the subhanallah, upon the musalla all the time. She is praying things and that. And when she go to university, she is completely against and opposite to it. Why this hypocrisy is there? Because the first step, we did not look after it. We thought child is a child, he'll understand. When he'll grow, we'll teach him. Subhanallah, when he will grow, he will rebel. When he will grow, he will see you in your eyes and he will be able to give the answer to you on your face. And I say this many times to the people, because it shocked me when I came to this country. One of the son, he's young, he's in his teenage, 10 or 11. He's saying to me, don't listen to my father Abdul Basit, he has some mental disability. Front of his son, and the father is crying and he says, subhanallah, if the son is doing and saying like this to me, what am I going to do? How am I going to do the tarbiyah? Subhanallah, brothers. Your children in your hand, they are one ni'mah, and as Allah Prophet ﷺ said, they are the fitna as well. They are the fitna, because if you do not look after them properly, if you do not spend time with them properly, you don't know what they are going to do. You don't know where they are going to make you stand on the day of judgment. Believe me, they are like a weapon. They are like a weapon. You have to look after them very, very carefully. And especially have a close look upon their friends. Who they are sitting and standing. Who they are drinking and eating. Who they are going out with. Who they are playing with. This is very important. As our beloved Prophet ﷺ said, الرجل على دين خليله فلينظر أحدكم من يخالي. And dear brothers, many times when something happens like this with the children, people take dua against the children. They make the dua against the children. Subhanallah, our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has prohibited that. The Prophet ﷺ has said, لا تدعوا على أنفسكم. Do not make dua against yourself. ولا تدعوا على أولادكم, and do not make dua against your awlad. Neither make against yourself nor against your awlad and against your children. ولا تدعوا على أموالكم, and do not give dua against your wealth. Because لا توافق من الله ساعة يسأل فيه عطاء فيستجاب لكم. Because if any moment where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is accepting the dua, if that tally with your dua, and if Allah has accepted, you'll lose your children. You'll lose yourself. You'll lose your wealth. So do not do that. Do not do that. Do not, in one way, in one hand, you are being so loose to them that they are doing whatever they like. You are providing them whatever they want. And then, on the other hand, you want to tighten suddenly, so they don't listen to you. So what? Then you make dua against them. Do not do that. Do not do this. This is against the Islamic teachings, as our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. And many parents, they do the ma'asi by themselves before their children. They do the ma'asi sins before their children, and they think that their children are not going to adopt it. Subhanallah, what kind of logic is this? You are doing sin in front of your child and you think he's not going to copy it? You might have seen this poster. Many places from the NHS, they have made, my mom smokes, my daddy smokes, so do I. You may have seen this poster. Because this is the effect. If you do any sin in front of your child, it will affect on him. He will imitate him, because most of the things the children adopt, they are from the parents. You do the sin, you want to watch the movies, you want to listen to the music before your children, and do you think they are going to be very pious and religious? Never. You have to change yourself if you want to see the change in your children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu lima taquluna ma la taf'alun. Why you say those things which you do not do by yourself? If you are doing something good, tell the good to others, because they will accept it straight.